This is my first time seeing the complete and total loss of, or destruction of, my favorite little buildings in Grand Haven. I guess they had a mold issue and they needed to tear them down. Wow. There was this like soft pretzel shop. They were covered in sugar. There was an ice cream shop. There was Peace Frogs, which was one of the first stores I ever frequented here, and I covered my very nice like red Chevy Cobalt with a rainbow assortment of Peace Frog stickers, like in a rainbow on the back. I think it was right before I called myself Jessica in the Rainbow. And so people came to know my red car as stickers. Well, my mechanic called me stickers. But people came to know who I was or where I was based on seeing a completely sticker-covered bumper in a parking lot. Which, you know, I lost an attraction to after I tried to sell the car. It took me like 2 different, maybe 6-hour sessions trying to scrape all the stickers off. But anyway, I loved that little, it was like a dock. It looked like a little dock, and it looked like, I don't know how to describe it. It looked really cute. So now it's a field. I'm surprised how quickly they got grass growing at it. But yeah, I sat right there and made up a song that one of my fans said really was helpful, and it was about and I say that because otherwise I don't remember any of my songs at all. There's too many. But this particular person, Jeff, said it helped him with something, and I don't remember, I don't want to tell his story, but I don't remember what the song was about. The closest I remember to what the song was about, which is the last song I ever wrote in front of Peace Frogs, and also the last time I ever saw the Peace Frogs building. I do know that it was like a meta song because I was talking about a particular topic, about inner peace or something, and then at the same time a bunch of teenagers started acting really chaotic right around me, and I kept writing the song, and I acknowledged them in the song, but I didn't like use it as a reason to be like angry at them for existing in a different way than I'm existing, the same way I hope nobody is angry at me for existing in a different way than they're existing. So that was my last experience with Peace Frogs, was like literal peace, like a song about peace. It makes me really sad. Well, I bet the Peace Frog store is like just literally moved. Like this is a very well-off town. Like the tourism is very strong here, even in COVID. Thankfully, I see a lot of people social distancing, and I've seen a lot of people wearing masks, but I have also seen the opposite. So clearly we attract people with all different views and opinions on this issue. But anyway, I'm going to continue my walk. Just wanted to acknowledge this sad moment in time. But maybe it's not sad. I mean, it's a beautiful open field. The boats are way more showcased. Hey, boats. I love boats. Sun Sport Rentals. I was like, I don't even recognize where I am on the pier, and then I realized why I wasn't recognizing anything. Because it's just not recognizable like this. Open spaces. It probably won't stay like a park. It'll probably be sold and developed. There's probably a sign about it right there. So, anyway, continuing my walk now. Oh, there's people watching me. It's like a show within a show. Hello. Okay, look over there. That's an old piano factory turned into condos. I love those. I used to want to live in something like that. The same way I was always drawn to moving back to the city to like be more connected. And then now that I've lived in this house that I've lived in with Brian for a few years, I'm learning that having space from other people makes it so you can really choose what you do with your space. We got lucky with neighbors that we can make so much noise, but like we couldn't have house shows if we lived in some cute condo in a piano factory. There's a lot of things you can't do. The closer you are to your neighbors, the more considerate you have to be. And so that's another topic then maybe that I'm kind of on the fence about. It's like I can see the value of like country living and kind of having government and anyone's opinions out of your immediate world, and like being able to create your own world. So weird. The grass is very cute though. Good job, grass. always loved this land. All right, goodbye. Okay, I'm going on my face now because I was just standing still for maybe too long, and also I was about to ramble about a yacht when, of course, I would love to just have a yacht, but I would love to have somebody else do the work, and I just want to go on it. So maybe I wouldn't love to have a yacht. I don't know. Who knows? The world is very strange, and I don't want to shame anyone who has a yacht, because what if their way of getting that yacht was by building a company that actually benefits millions of people? And what if the one thing that they bought for themselves was a yacht? And what if everything else they do is for others, for their family, for maybe it's like a service organization, maybe they run a nursing home and they devote their entire lives and all their free time to making sure it is the best nursing home in state or country. And what if they happen to, you know, what if they're like a work hard, party hard kind of person? Like, who am I to judge? We don't know anything about people from the very basic qualities of their lives. We know a lot. You can make guesstimates, but you can't feel happy inside your skin if you spend your whole life cross-referencing how who you are lines up with other people. Like, I'm very different from people who own yachts. I'm very different from people who have families. I'm very different from people who don't YouTube and say anything they think or feel. I'm very different from anyone who doesn't write songs or who doesn't express themselves creatively on a regular basis by either painting, writing poetry, and then not just that, but like my old self would relate to if you did that but didn't share it, but my now self doesn't relate to if you did that and don't share it. I would only relate to if you do those types of things and share them. So like, why do I want to feel divided from you? I don't want to. There's a natural division that happens in the world just by us all being so different. But I don't want to go out of my way to use my life to notice how my life is different from yours. I want to use my life to notice the ways that we have shared humanity and notice the ways that the divisions that we've put in place to help us understand ourselves and find a team that we think we're on, those divisions that we've put in place are sometimes helping us because they can give you a peace of mind, like I belong in this club, book club, library person, boat owner, whatever you are. I mean, those divisions can give you peace, like I root for this team, not that team, but they can also cause you to miss out on understanding a much broader perspective of what's going on the planet, what life is about for people other than people like you. And what life is about for people other than people like me is a lot of things. One of those things is people who make a lot more money than me. So I'm just trying really hard to listen to. I'm not trying really hard. I'm just listening really hard. I'm not even listening really hard. I'm trying to choose my language better. I'm not trying to. I just am choosing my language. I'm trying to be more. I am being more accurate nowadays. I'm getting rid of try, not because of Yoda, but just because that's genuinely not what's happening. It's more just awareness. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just aware that when I use words like try all the time, that doesn't accurately represent what's going on in my head. It's more just I'm aware that my way of using words is creating my reality. And I genuinely see the similarities between me and Mr. Yacht Owner. And I see wisdoms in Mr. Yacht Owner that I don't have. So that's why I want to listen to him. If Mr. Yacht Owner tells me the economy is going to tank, and by economy we mean people, and we mean people who fund your businesses, people who fund your social programs, we mean people who bring money and tourism to your town so that your town not only doesn't go under from a business perspective, but maybe also from a social programs perspective. And then there isn't money for those things, that you're saying not only is the current amount of money that's devoted to those things not okay, but there should be even more. And so if Mr. Yacht Owner says, but there won't be even more if you tank X, Y, and Z, who am I to not listen to him? I don't know economics. I'm not saying he's 100% right, or she. I'm just saying, why would I not at least listen and integrate it into my thoughts? and pray and meditate on it and just really reflect deeply on the conflicting challenges of a global pandemic. It is not just wear a mask and stay home for a year and a half and don't work and magical money will be distributed to all. Like, who is making that money? Is it just money that's been stored up? Or do some people still have to go out and make that money? And why, you know, and then there's delineations around workers who are essential. I can't get into this topic. It's a little too sad and a little too heavy, but some people have been working this whole time. I've been working this whole time. I'm going to be taking a week off just to take a week off because I'm not touring this year. And as much as financially I don't want to take a week off because I don't get any vacation days unless I choose to take them, and then I don't get paid. And so if you become like me, your life becomes very flexible, but that's also, it makes you kind of always want to work because you don't want to lose income. But it'll be good. It'll be very good for me. It's weird to imagine though, like, you know, I try not to use public bathrooms even, so it's hard to imagine what to do with time free. It's really different. This reality, it's very hard for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. Financial, emotional, spiritual, mental. So maybe my message to myself, which I guess is a message for you today too, is don't be too hard on yourself right now. Like, we are definitely living in a global pandemic, and we are also in America, in the US. I don't like that the US calls itself America because there's North America, South America. We're just the United States of America, but whatever. I'm not trying to spin that story too hard because I understand that there are colloquialisms and that we start saying things a certain way because that's how they are said. And yeah, anyway. Oh, but you know, civil rights stuff is going on as well. So, okay. Oh, one time I did my pretend TED Talk on this stage. Oh my gosh, it was great. It was late at night and I pretended for like 20 minutes like I was giving a TED Talk, and I realized that I don't totally have an interest in giving a real TED Talk because I was totally defiant the whole time, just like I am in my YouTube videos. Like, defiant against myself. Another time, my entire family, all nieces and nephews, my parents, my brother, sister, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, we all sat here and we had ice cream and we watched the musical fountain, which happens across the way. This is like a perfect spot to write a song, but it's kind of noisy. Maybe I'll do it anyway. I think I'll stop this one and then I'll write a song. No, I'll just keep it going. Who cares? All around you now feels like floating, feels like dancing in the sky. It feels like fire. This world wanting more than this world. Can give. Frog store. All around me now, it feels like flying in the light if I remember to choose. When I look at all the ways this world isn't fair to you, to me, to you. YouTubing. I was like, oh wow, I really want to see one.
I was like, where'd that go from?
I don't think I've ever seen one hop across
Me
here.
either.
Have a good day.
You too.
That was so cool. It was like a pretty big frog. Or toad. Oh, right when I'm by the Peace Frog store for the first time. Oh, I should finish the song. Sorry. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I think songs aren't about having something to say. At least not for me. Even though I always have something to say. Afternoon, but these docks are almost always completely filled with yachts. So I think one thing that's important for me to remember is that I am paid by people who make a lot more money than me. My income and my livelihood comes from people having enough expendable income to pay for piano lessons that are not cheap. Like, I'm not cheap. I can say it's because of my grad school debt, or I can say it's because of my extreme value to you and your family. Like, I think I serve a lot of roles. I don't just teach in a standard way. But it's important to look at how all things are connected. And if people on one side, the side that have a lot of money, are saying, hey, the economy, the economy, the economy, I'm not saying that invalidates the argument of the other side. I'm saying that why does the other side invalidate the argument of the economy? Like, I don't know how economy or economics really works. That's never been my strength. But if all these boats aren't here right now that are normally here, it could be social distancing, but it could be finances plummeting. And since I don't know, and I don't claim to know everything about the world, what's happening with social media is we are all just cherry-picking sides based on what our quote-unquote side is saying, and that is not how a democracy that is a free-thinking democracy really works. It's like we're being manipulated. So, sorry I'm ruining this beautiful view with political thoughts, but I think it's okay to listen to all sides. I think there's almost a shaming implication that if you listen to any of the points of the side that's not your own side, or the team that's not your own team, that somehow you've betrayed your team. And that's team-based thinking, which is like the foundation of war. I feel like the whole reason we have sports that get so intense and crazy as they do is so that we can channel that strangely natural human instinct for clan mentality into something harmless and innocuous like sports. But if instead we start channeling that clan mentality, that divide mentality into real life, and we don't listen to each other anymore, then we will keep getting more and more divided until we don't understand anything about each other. And you know how to understand something about another side is to actually listen to them. So if you're frustrated that we seem more and more and more divided, then the only solution is listen to each other. And when I say listen to each other, I don't just mean let the other person talk, wait till they're done, and then say your same point. I mean let the other person's points wash over you like an ocean. And maybe we're two opposite oceans right now. Maybe that's what yin and yang is. Maybe that's what polarity is. But, sorry, I really like this book. So, if you truly want more peace in the world, you have to listen to people who do not believe things that you believe. You have to. You have to. If you truly want more peace on earth, you have to hear the criticisms coming your way from other perspectives. And I am not just talking about politics. And by the way, I'm talking about both sides, even though I clearly have a side that I prefer. I'm talking about both sides. We all truly need to listen more. And I'm also talking about religion, spirituality. Like if a huge number of people are leaving your churches, like in swarms, are leaving your churches and saying you guys are hypocrites, then the solution is not to double down on your faith. The solution is to say, why are so many people calling us hypocrites? Maybe we should listen to what they're saying and reflect on hypocrisy and wonder, genuinely wonder, if we are being hypocrites. Because I coined it prosperity gospel a while ago, but there are a lot of people who are very critical of what I sometimes call prosperity gospel. And I want prosperity as much as the next person. Maybe not, actually, because I don't seek such high levels of prosperity like this yacht, you know? I don't even put that in my little wish maker in my mind. Because when I see a yacht like that, I see all the work in. Well, I ran out of room on my phone, which happens sometimes anyway. But it was funny that video probably ended with, Mom wanted to go to the Peace Frog store. Well, I don't want to go in the Peace Frog store because I have my mask. I thought I was away from people while I was writing that song, but they kind of walked close by me, so anyway, walking away from people again. But I guess I could put my mask on and go in there. I have hand sanitizer with me from Buena Vista Drug. Got it when I was in Colorado. Don't know why I'm showing off my cute hand sanitizer, but oh, and there's the Dairy Cream. That's the ice cream shop that I said was gone. It's kind of weird because this was meant to just be a public space, but then with the mold problem in that other building, looks like this got taken over by all the cute shops that were over there. So, ice cream, Peace Frogs, a beach company, and the popcorn shop, Temptations. Oh my gosh. Brian's mom just opened up a popcorn shop. Okay, well, to finish this day, I just went in Peace Frogs, and it wasn't fun at all because, I don't know, it wasn't packed, but there were too many people in it for me to be comfy, even with a mask on, even with sanitizing on my way in and out. So, there we are. Cute little downtown Grand Haven, staying way far apart from people because, I don't know, we have to figure out a way to be alive, and I could just stay home, which is what I did for many months, and I try to just walk in neighborhoods and avoid spaces with people, but it's, you know, this is my love, this place, so I just try to do it responsibly, and when I can support businesses financially, I do. I try to, like, vote with my money. I wanted to buy something in Peace Frogs just to help them stay open, but I didn't want to be in there right now. So, anyway, I'm going to take the rest of my walk. I'm probably completely out of room. I was going to write one more song. Oh, yeah. I always try to write 3, Okay, how did this work? Did I already record? Okay, I wrote one. Then I wrote number 2. I don't know how many I've written. Well, I could break my own rule today since I'm out of space on my phone anyway. But yeah. Hope you have a great day. Well, maybe I'll try to write one right here. Why not? What's the harm? I'll sit on the grass. Hi, seagull. I don't know what view you're gonna get here. How's that? Some grass. It's not really much of a view. Got my knee. Well, I could just give you sky. Well, totally sky, huh? I don't feel like you want to look at my knee. I feel like that's pretty weird. But okay, here we go. Sky and a little grass. I don't really want to write a song right now. I'm just worried about my phone running out of room. And I have made this rule for myself. Oh yeah, I break my own rules now. I forgot about that. The challenge has taught me to break my own rules. So if you don't feel like writing a song, don't write a song, Jess. That's weird. Don't write a song for no reason. You don't have to write 5 songs a day or 5 songs every time you write songs. That's super weird. Well, I'm gonna go then. This last video says nothing, it seems like. Well, I don't know. You can just meditate together. It's probably just because I don't like writing songs once I know that it's probably going to cut out on me anyway, or that my phone's going to die or whatever. It's just not as fun when I'm like racing the clock or something. Racing how much room I have left. Like, that's not fun. Oh, this girl's wearing a purple dress and it's really cute. And like a stretchy necklace. Maybe I'll journal now. Maybe I'll keep walking. Maybe I'll bring you with me, and when it dies, it dies. Or maybe I'll say goodbye so that it has an ending. Or maybe I'll stop worrying about endings. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just feel my feelings. Maybe I'll sing while I walk. That seems fun. Just tumbleweed. Choking, but it looks like tumbleweed. Okay, singing while I walk. If I feel like it. If I don't feel like it, I'm not going to do anything. And you're just going to watch Grand Haven views with me. Maybe that's why I have nothing to say, nothing to sing, because it's really beautiful here, and I haven't been down here in a while because it's probably been packed, but coming on a Monday afternoon, it's like perfect. Oh, I never finished that story, so that's why I now have a rule, but it's more of just a really important guideline for myself and my sanity, that I don't book appointments on Monday mornings. So I book all my appointments for the week. Okay, my phone is full again, but here we are on a walk. I'm going to try to wrap this up. But yes, that's why I don't book things on Monday mornings, and that's why I'm free right now. And that's why my Mondays start later than any other day. This is because I found that gives me like a chance to reflect on and decompress after the weekend, especially if my weekend was really busy. Like if I had shows, sometimes I do shows on Sunday nights. And so it just gives me a little space to breathe and get my mind straight before shifting gears to teaching. Because teaching, A, takes a lot out of me, but B, requires that I be in a particular headspace to focus on music theory and how to encourage motivation and discipline inside yourself, rather than, because I don't use like shaming methods like some teachers do, where they're just disappointed in you all the time if you didn't do what they asked you to do. I don't use those methods. I try to help unlock people's natural motivation, and it doesn't always work, but when it works really well. And I partly do that by finding what types of music people really want to play and work on, because I've met a lot of adults who studied a lot of classical or just method book based music when they were kids, and they had no resonance with it, and they say they hated piano lessons, and I'm like, well then I'm that's not why, but I'm not going to be that kind of teacher because I don't resonate with that kind of teaching, and I don't resonate with the results it seems to produce in the world. Very few people are into that kind of music. So I use the process of a classical or method-based music education to teach music that people actually want to play. And by them playing music that they actually want to play, it seems to help them stay motivated and interested in practicing. So that's my approach. But I still use the fundamentals and the philosophies of method-based lessons, except for shame. I don't use shame. I cannot say to my students, why didn't you do X, Y, or Z, and what's wrong with you? Or why didn't you do X, Y, or Z, and I'm so disappointed in you? Like, I don't believe in saying that. I try to describe to them the differences in what types of